Hello students, today we are going to learn about science third chapter force and pressure. Chapter's name force and pressure. So what is a force? A force is a push or a pull acting on an object that changes or tends to change the state of an object. What is meant by force? The force is a push or pull acting on an object that changes or tends to change the state of an object. You also know about the Newton's first law of motion. A stationary object on which no force is acting remains stationary. An object in motion continues to move with the same speed and direction when no force is acting on an object. This is a Newton's first law of motion. So, in this chapter, we have studied about the contact and non-contact forces. When bodies are in contact with each other, then we can call contact forces, and when bodies are not in a contact with each other, then we call non-contact forces. So we will learn about in detail contact forces. Car moves in a forward direction when a man applies force from behind. A reluctant dog is being pulled by his master. And last one, a boy playing football is kicking the ball away. So what do you observe from this example? A force acts on two bodies through an interaction between them. So next one, force generated due to our body being in contact with the object are called muscular force. Muscular force is an example of contact force, and it is applied to object with the help of our muscles. It is applied in several cases such as lifting, pushing, pulling. So muscular force is an example of contact forces. Then force of friction. When a ball is kept on a table and pushed a little, it moves ahead and gets slow and stops. Then a car running on a plain road travels some distance and stops after the engine is switched off. This is the because of the force of friction between the ground surface and the object in motion. In absence of frictional force, the object would have remained in motion. Frictional force is very useful in daily life. While walking, we push the ground behind with our feet. In the absence of friction, we will slip and will not able to walk. All the objects in motion have frictional force acting on them, which is acting in the direction opposite to the direction of motion. You must have seen that one tends to slip over banana peel on the street, and similarly one can slip due to mud. Both these examples occur due to reduced friction. Then we will learn about non-contact forces. Take two plastic bottles with rectangular shape. Close their opening by fitting the lids tightly. Keep two small bar magnets on them. Fix them neatly using a sticking tape. Fill a big plastic tray with water and leave the two bottles floating with magnets at the top. Take one bottle near the other. If the north pole of the magnet is near the south pole of the magnet, the bottles will head towards each other because unlike poles attract each other. So observe what will be happen when the direction of the bottles are changed. We can observe a change in the motion of the bottles without any direct contact. This means that there exists a non-contact force between the two magnets. About this activity, we can know about the non-contact forces. On the contrary, forces like magnetic force, gravitational force, electrostatic force act without a contact. Therefore, these are the example of non-contact forces. When a comb gets rubbed against the hair, small piece of paper kept on a table get attracted to the comb. The comb has an electrostatic charge and there is a induced opposite charge on the piece of paper and the piece stick to the comb. Then next point, balanced and unbalanced force. Take a cardboard box, tie thick string it to two sides and keep it on a smooth table. Take the string on the both sides of the table. Tie weighting pans of equal masses to two ends. Keep equal masses in both the pans. The box does not move on the table if more mass is kept in one of the pans than in the other. The box starts moving in the direction of that pan. And also, equal gravitational force act on the both the pans when equal masses are kept. Means equal gravitational force act when the pans when equal masses are kept in them. This means balanced forces act on the box with effective force equal to 0 as these are acting in a opposite direction. On the contrary, if more mass is kept in one pan than in the other, the box starts moving in the direction the pan with more mass. Means when we more mass in the one pan than in other, the box starts moving. When unequal forces are applied to the box of the two sides, an unbalanced force act on the box, resulting in a imparting motion into the box. For better understanding of balanced and unbalanced force, we can learn about two examples. Children playing tug of war pull the rope in their respective directions. If the pull of the force is equal on the two sides, the rope does not move. If the force is more on one side, the rope moves in that direction. And also, this means that initially the two forces are balanced. The rope moves in the direction of higher force when the force becomes unbalanced. Let's see one example. When a big grain storage container is required to slide on the ground, it becomes easier if two persons push it rather than one person. So when the force is applied by both in the same direction, the movement is easy. You may have experienced this. So what do you understand from this example? If several forces are applied on the object in the same direction, a force equal to their addition acts on that object. And also, if two forces are applied on the one object in direction opposite to each other, a force equal to their direction difference acts on the object. Last one, a force is expressed in a magnitude and direction. Force is a vector quantity. When a force is applied on a stationary object, it moves and its speed and direction change. Similarly, a force is required to stop an object in motion. An object can change its shape due to force. For example, while kneading a dough made from flour, the dough changes its shape when a force is applied, and a potter applies a force in a specific direction while shaping the pot. Or another example, rubber band when it stretches expands. There are many such examples. So in this first part, we will study about the contact forces, non-contact forces. Contact forces means a force is seen to act through a direct contact of this object by one more object. Such force is called contact forces. For example, next non-contact forces, the magnetic force, gravitational force, electrostatic force. These are the example of non-contact forces. Thank you.